Good morning. Our theme this month of generosity, or what we are calling open-handed living, has led me to reflect on my experiences as a short-term missionary. Last summer, I went to Zambia on a medical mission trip, and over the last 20 years, I've been on 15 similar trips to 3 continents and 9 countries. I've been in hospitals, health centers, convents, prisons, slums, and schools. I've sacrificed vacation time and personal funds to go, and I don't say that to boast. I say that to share that generosity requires sacrifice, and not just of time and money. For example, one thing that's required to be effective is vulnerability, and this is a sacrifice too. The most meaningful encounters have come when I'm willing to bare my soul, coming alongside others in painful situations. It's often a challenge to convince those we serve that we are all the same in our need for Christ. In Zambia, I had a memorable encounter with a patient who was also one of our translators. I asked her a question I ask most women: how many children do you have? In a whisper saturated with shame, she answered, "I don't have any." I shared with tears that I too had never had children, but that I had also seen the Lord turn that into opportunities to serve other families as a pediatrician, and even to go around the world without having a husband or children to worry about. I still grieve over the absence of children or a husband in my life, but the Lord has given me contentment. The translator smiled and said she was taking care of her sister's children, and she could see that as a blessing too. We shared many special smiles through the rest of the 2-week project. A day or 2 after this, I shared my grief with a group of women who gathered at the end of a clinic day. One by one, others on the team and in the community told of their hard experiences. We grew together in our vulnerability. My trip to Zambia this past summer was especially hard. On the 4th day, I fell and I injured my leg badly. I was able to continue working in the clinic, but I was prevented from participating in many of the social activities. I didn't get to know my teammates as well. We like to explore the culture in which we are serving, but I had to stay back in my hotel room while they went on adventures in the evening. In God's exceptional and sometimes amusing providence, I had actually brought 1 pair of crutches in my luggage. Not one patient needed those crutches, but guess who did? When I returned, I ended up in the ER and eventually in surgery to repair the damage. Despite that, I'm glad that I went, because generous, open-handed living is about being a grateful witness to the one who, through his own vulnerability and sacrifice, redeemed us. Thank you.